Well, I think that maybe in the meanwhile, Stephanie connects, because she said if you notice, she sent an email and she said that she will be connected alone without students. Maybe we can start sharing our impressions and starting the debates with students. What do you think?
Yes, Sara, I agree.
I agree with you.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for being here in these hard times. I know it was complicated and it wasn't easy to settle things and close this partnership in a proper way. So thank you very much. And well, this project gave us a vision of a very integrated community, and thank you for your commitment and for being so supportive in everything we did together. Our students, and especially probably our students from Ischia, who never escaped the island, had experienced things that they had never thought of experiencing before, and these little things maybe have changed them in the way they live, in the way they think, in the way they behave. And probably this project improved their open-mindedness, their flexibility. I mean, I hope so. And their sense of teamwork, which is really, really important. So thank you for connecting Europe and beyond. Of course, I'm sorry we couldn't host you in Ischia because the pandemic stopped us just one step away from the end. And today our students will discuss their personal experience with the coronavirus and the pandemic. And they'll tell us their expectations about the future and also a common future. So maybe our students from Ischia could start. Nicola.
Yeah. So.
Could you share your impressions?
Sure. Well, as we all know, 2020 has been pretty rough for everybody because of the recent COVID-19 pandemic. The coronavirus has marked our lives by letting us live this particular experience, for better or worse. At first, I almost enjoyed the COVID-19 pandemic because of the quarantine. I finally had some more time to dedicate to myself, and I admit that I really needed that. I started to go through bad times at a certain point in time. I really missed seeing my friends and hanging out with them. The pandemic has obviously changed my habits as well. My daily routine didn't get any better, and actually it got worse. I took the biggest hit in my sleeping schedule because I always went to bed really late in the night because I spent a lot of time playing video games with my friends. Of course, this change in my everyday life had a very significant impact on my daily life. I started to get out of bed at really inconvenient times of the day, and sometimes just before lunch. We also attended school by remote learning. I never liked remote learning because I experienced a very unpleasant loss of interest and attention in studying. But studying from home had some advantages too. The fact that I didn't have to wake up early to go to school really helped me in my everyday life. So it is pretty clear that we are now far from normality and the life that we used to know before the outbreak of the coronavirus. We had to adapt to the anti-COVID rules to preserve our health and the health of the people around us. It has deprived us of some of the most normal things that we used to do without thinking about it. In fact, I really miss concerts. I was planning to go to a concert with my friends, but as we all know, it is impossible right now. So, to sum up, the COVID 19 pandemic has changed our lives, but not definitely. After the eradication of the coronavirus, we will surely go back to the normal life that we once knew. And actually, if we spend time to analyze the unique situation that we are going through, we can see that the coronavirus has been a way to bring the members of the European Union closer because they all had to cooperate to fight the current pandemic. Speaking of the European Union, before of the coronavirus, we all got to meet each other by taking part into the Good Morning Europe project. People from all around the world met with the objective of working on the making of a real radio station. This project really helped me to open myself up to new people. Meeting people from other places around the world really helped me to understand different cultures. Before actually taking part to this project, I always thought that radios were outdated because of the arrival of the internet. After taking part to this project, I can say that my opinion slightly changed. I acknowledge that radios are a powerful tool that can be used by everybody. I discussed this with my friends who took part to the project, and they agreed with me. Even if we think that radios are a good thing, we do not listen to it that much. Sadly, radios aren't accessible as the internet. Taking part into the Good Morning Europe project has been really fun. The thing that I enjoyed the most about the project was the fact that I had the opportunity to interact with foreign people. I made some good friends, and we had a lot of fun during the project. Someone might ask me if interacting with people from around the world helped me to overcome some of my prejudice against other cultures. Well, it didn't help me because I do not have any prejudice against other cultures. Actually, I am very curious about things that I don't know anything about. And taking part in this project has been really fun because of this aspect. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Nicola.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing
You're
your
welcome.
point of view.
Possiamo fare un applauso?
Applause from Sardinia.
Thank you, I guess.
It's such a shame that we cannot be together in this moment. Well, may I ask Enrico to share
Yeah,
his
I would
point of
like
view?
to share my opinion too about this COVID-19 era. I would like to say that at the beginning, in March, everyone was happy because the school were closed and no one had to follow the lessons. So everyone was happy, but sooner or later, everyone realized that we were in a dangerous situation. I personally didn't enjoy quarantine at all because I felt like I were in prison. I was locked in my room and I could just eat, drink, and attend my lessons online. When our premier declared a lockdown, uh, no one figured the negative side of the quarantine. And I could tell, in my opinion, that some people still don't understand how bad this situation is. Some people are still happy that the quarantine is still going on, and I personally don't understand this. Our days were full of boredom, and we were uncertain of the future that awaited us. Uh, During the quarantine, we were forced to do exercises to keep our body fit, and I think that was a positive thing for everyone who was supposed to put on white. Uh, in my opinion, it was positive for me too, because I'm not that. I am really thin. Also, I could tell about the quarantine that the cell phones and PCs were overused. They were the only tool that granted us to keep contact with our friends. But obviously, relying so much on our cell phone wasn't safe at all. Thanks to our cell phones and PCs, we kept following our lessons by remote learning. And at first, this new form of learning wasn't easy, but we got used to it. Speaking about remote learning, I don't think there's such a big difference between this new form of learning and learning in real life, because I think the concept is always the same. If you're willing to learn, you're going to do everything you can do to learn. But eventually, there is a difference between these two forms of learning. We don't have to get up early, and we don't have to take any means of transport to get to school. We are just here at home and turn on our PCs and join the lesson. But this new form of learning lacks the interaction with other people, and this is really bad. I really miss interacting with other people, hanging out with our friends, and
The English teacher.
the English teacher, obviously, and spending my time visiting places or just wasting my time. And perhaps in the near future, this pandemic will end because pharmaceutical corporations are producing vaccines against this virus, and maybe we're finally going to end this virus. I really don't have anything else to say.
Okay, thank you, Enrico, for your contribution. Okay,
No problem.
may I ask our Sardinian team, we love you. May I ask the Turkish team to give its contribution?
I can talk.
Okay.
Ceren.
Yes. We are not caught by the COVID virus, but there were people around me who got the virus. My grandmother was also one of those. Although she was careful and meticulous, she was very upset that she was injected by the virus. People around me who got this virus said, if you have high fever, cough, lack of taste, you should go to doctor because this could be symptoms of COVID virus. And what did they do? They stayed at home and rested well and took their medicine regularly to be healthy. And they're all healthy now, and I'm so happy for that. What did I do in quarantine? I was staying at home and attending lessons. Some days I did do sports. And that's it. Thank you. Be safe.
Thank you very much.
Da. Da.
Okay, sorry for my bad connection. I couldn't hear you. Who's going to speak right now?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, I used to have a very social life before coronavirus. Also, school was a really huge part of my life. I couldn't go to school, so both my social life and my education life were affected. In my country, less than 21 age can go out between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. I mean, only 3 hours of a day. It's a little bit difficult to do something in this limited time, you know. I have to arrange my everything according these hours. It's affecting my whole routine. And I think we can speak to two sides these changes. One of them is positive things and one of them is negative things. We can go out without coronavirus afraid and we have to wear a mask all the time, etc. And of course, lots of people died in the process, unfortunately. These are negatives, but the positive sides are we have a lot of time for our hobbies. For example, I learned how to cook at home, and I I started doing sport at home. Also, people are paying more attention about their hygiene. Yeah, the positive things, I think. That's all for me.
Thank you very much. I must tell you, I learned how to make pizza at home during the first lockdown. And we were forced to stay home from March till half May, completely locked inside. That's why I had to find something to enjoy myself apart from remote learning, remote teaching. Okay.
In
Who's
fact,
going
you
to
could
speak?
see smoke from Sarah's home, and that was why there was smoke.
No, there's no smoke from my home. Trust me. Okay. Is there anyone else from the Turkish team?
Can I talk?
Okay.
Thank you. I have a lot of things to say, but my friends who spoke before me explained so well that there was not much left to say to me. And as goes, and the virus has really badly affected of all of our lives, and we've been away from most social activities for months. Many people have been affected by this, and I am one of those people. I don't know. The stagnation of whole world, the hesitation in education, and all other disasters do not end. When the virus first came out, I was really happy because people was on vacation, and that means I could have as much free time as I wanted. But over time, I realized that this free and a lot of time was not that good and dragged me into a void. Seeing the students here months later makes me feel a little bit like I am at school, and that really made me happy. Thanks to this project, I had the opportunity to talk to people from other cultures. It is very nice to me across with those people again last year, and the teachers I know and love from that time. And yeah, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. We can say that students at first really enjoyed being at home.
Just like teachers.
Just like teachers. It's something we all have in common. We could say that. Okay. Sira, would you like to say something? We cannot hear you.